So when we were told that we were performing in Italy, it was surreal. We were freaking out all in like our auditorium back in New Jersey.
When I got told I was coming to Rome, I was super excited. I didn't even know what to expect.
I found out I was going to Rome in August, I believe, when we did it at our USA camp in the summer, and that was my goal because I had friends that came here last year and I just wanted to do it.
Honestly, I wasn't really sure what to think about it. I was super excited and I was also really nervous because I had never been out of the country before. And so this is my first time and so far I'm loving it.
I have never been out of the United States before, so this is a brand new experience for me.
I couldn't believe it was even happening. Like the morning of, I'm like, I can't believe I'm leaving the country.
Going to New York is one thing, but going to Rome with your band, the bonding in that aspect is insane and can't be matched anywhere else.
Right now we're in Frascati and we're performing in a small parade today at the three main squares, and we're very excited about it.
We are so excited to be able to share our art and our music with. It's such a quaint town. They're so welcoming. They're so supportive.
We're all excited to go and perform. It's our first performance. We had a lot of music rehearsal to clean up the music so it sounds really nice and well put together.
Just kind of treat it like a New Orleans street processional. We just want to bop through, make people happy, and then when we get to a square, just perform and play well.
We're going to be able to converse with everyone in this country, but hopefully like they can understand how much work we put in, how many blood, sweat, and tears we put into this performance, so they can hopefully enjoy all that we've worked for.
Performing in Frascati was amazing. It's simply beautiful, and honestly, I don't think I performed that or smiled that much in a performance.
Getting to perform, it's crazy because like you can't understand what people are yelling at you while you're walking down the street, but then you're also like on this like energy high almost because it's just so exciting to be here and like walking streets that you've only seen really pictures of, and like getting to experience like these new places and like see these new things and like getting to do what you love with the people that you love so much. So it's just a whole great experience.
We have the occasion to have this beautiful event. Our citizens are very happy. It's a traditional event for us. We have organized everything, also the spring weather for you. And so I think that you have a nice day, and principally we greet a Happy New Year to everyone.
Being able to like balance each other's sounds and having to listen to each other and understand each other. Being able to play music on your own is one thing, but as a band, as a marching band, each movement needs to be done like precisely at the same time. If one person messes up, it kind of ruins the whole magic of the performance.
That was one of the coolest opportunities our band has ever had. Just being able to travel the streets and seeing how much the audience just really loved seeing an American band. It was a really cool experience.
well, we didn't know what to expect, so we came in, we practiced the music, and it was kind of surreal when we were at home because we practiced to nobody, but when we came here, the crowds were just so energetic, and we fed off that energy, and they just went for it, had an amazing performance.
It was really cool. Just being in another country was an amazing experience, and the views and just seeing everybody being so happy to be here and perform was really an awesome experience.
This is probably the 4th or 5th time I've been to Frascati. The people here are phenomenal. The town, the administration here is phenomenal, very supportive. And even with 3 bands this afternoon walking around, the crowds were big, very exciting. I think the kids had a great time.
Well, I was trying to ignore the nervousness because the more nervous I got, I knew I wouldn't enjoy myself as much, so I just kind of blocked that out.
We've been very busy with doing band things as well as sightseeing, so it's a really nice way to kind of get to experience Italy with playing as well as their history too.
We're actually at the Colosseum right now. That's not something I ever thought I would see in real life.
This is incredible. This is something that I've always wanted to do, and it's just really an awesome experience to be able to be here and to be looking at all of this incredible architecture.
We've only ever read about it in history class, we've seen it in movies, but just standing here is so surreal because I never thought I would have the opportunity to see something like this.
My favorite was probably seeing the Forum, just because having that free time to go around and use the audio tours and really learn some cool stuff about the things that we're seeing around us.
It was so incredible seeing these places that are so old. Today we saw the Roman Forum, and we saw the place where Julius Caesar was buried, and it's these stories that we've been told for so long, we're actually getting to see, and it almost doesn't feel real.
Pompeii has been a very surreal experience. It's very eye-opening, and it's really cool to see the ancient architecture and everything.
Seeing how the civilization from 2,000 years ago and how they got completely destroyed by a volcano, and we're sitting at home with TVs and a bed, warm. It's just nothing like it.
We were able to tour the whole city and everything, and it was really nice to see how great the ancient history is and learn about the history of this place. It's really fascinating.
The food is incredible, and even stuff that I don't like eating at home usually has been delicious here.
Yesterday we were told we went to Pompeii, and they made pizza, and how the key ingredients for pizza, tomatoes, mozzarella, and oregano. Red tomato, white for mozzarella, and green for oregano stand for the different colors in the Italian flag, and I thought that was very interesting.
The U.S. has a lot of fast food. There's nothing that's really exquisite, I would say, but the food is honestly amazing.
We had our first Italian pasta last night, and oh my gosh, it was so good. It was so much better than spaghetti from a box that you get back home.
I feel I'm definitely going to be saying grazie a lot more, and just, I guess, an appreciation for everything that's around and just how incredible everything is and how influential it can be in the future, because some of these things were not important in any way when people were looking at them, but now people literally come from all over the world to visit and to see these things that were just modern, everyday things.
In America, 1770 is old. I mean, here we're talking, centuries before BC. You become a different person after you have this experience, and band can do that for you. So it's been incredible for us to be able to share this with our students, both in London and now here in Roma.
So the music is definitely secondary in my mind to the experience that they get. A lot of these kids will probably not travel out of the country again for a long time. Some of them have never traveled outside of, our small little town.
I've never traveled outside Florida or been on a plane before, so this was a huge experience for me. I was really nervous about traveling for the first time and also seeing a bunch of new people and seeing whole new sets of faces.
I know from where we're from, it's a very small town, and we're used to seeing the same things every single day, the same people, and just coming somewhere else, you're exposed to different cultures, you learn new things, you meet new people, and you're taught skills that you can't really learn where you're from.
We've made countless memories on this trip, and so many little small jokes here and there, laughing so hard. You do different things with people, you see different sides of them, and I was able to appreciate some of my friends a lot more because I was able to see certain things out of them that I hadn't exactly seen before.
We give them the opportunity to go out on their own a little bit. It makes them think, it makes them look at maps, it makes them, they had to figure out some money situations, they had to figure out how to use a credit card here, they had to figure out how to make their cell phones work here. So, you know, there's a lot to it. Walking down the street and playing music, you know, my expectations are that they're going to be good, but I think that secondary thing of trying to figure out life in general in a different city, again, where, you know, the language isn't their own, I think they grow exponentially.
My favorite was probably the Vatican City. It was just so beautiful to look up at the ceilings and see all the artwork.
And it's really cool because my family's Catholic and I never thought that I'd have the chance to see anything like this.
And going inside of the Sistine Chapel was definitely the highlight of that specific trip, and it's going to be the one of the biggest highlights of our entire journey here.
The Sistine Chapel was life-altering, you know, to read about it and to study it, and then for the students to say, okay, now look up, there it is. Amazing.
After visiting the Vatican, it was just so beautiful to see all the architecture and the art and all the sculptures and things like that. And then we were able to perform in this really beautiful church. It was so amazing to be able to perform with all of my friends in this beautiful country. Like, you don't realize how amazing it is until you're really here and just soaking it all in.
Sitting here tonight performing our music, it was amazing to see them respond in the audience. You know, when we performed Amazing Grace, that still touched them, it still communicated something to them even though they don't speak the same language.
It's a part of us that it expresses feelings that we can't explain. Sometimes when something is being played, you don't necessarily know what you're feeling until you hear something.
It makes the trip like way more special to me, the fact that we came here to a place that we don't know, that people like really don't know us, and people still loved it and appreciated it and like responded in the way that they did.
Being able to perform and share that love for music with other people and connect with people across the world is truly why I love music.
And again, you can communicate with so many people through music. Even people are just listening to you perform. And I think that's a really amazing thing because not everybody can do that, but you can still have that connection with music.
because I've never played in a space such as a basilica before. So when we played a couple days ago, it just made us sound so beautiful.
The echo, whenever we finished our song, it echoed for maybe 10 seconds until the sound completely went away, which back at home, our auditorium, never does that. So it was really cool hearing an echo. It was just like, oh my gosh, that's crazy.
The music they're playing this year is just beautiful. Polar Express is one of my favorites, and so we just get to listen to this beautiful song in this beautiful church. And because it's a church, it's echoing in the best possible ways off the walls and off the ceiling. So.
We performed 4 songs, and it was absolutely amazing. I think it was the best we'd ever played out of all the concerts that we played with those songs before. And even the last time we played, we got to play it again because the audience loved it so much. We got a standing ovation, which was really, really awesome. During the entire performance, I couldn't help but just look around in this amazing place, looking at all the artwork and just the ceiling and all the stuff they have here. It's just amazing. It's a wonderful opportunity to have.
So much pride in our students. They, like I said, work so hard on their music, and we couldn't be more proud of the performances that they've given. But also a little sad too. This is such a beautiful space and an amazing adventure for our kids, and it's going to be hard to go home to.
So we are walking in the New Year's Day parade.
So in the parade, we're going to be performing a dance, and tonight we're going to start practicing it so that we can parade throughout the streets of Rome, waving to everyone watching, and then performing the dance at certain parts.
All of these dancers and cheerleaders worked really hard. For some of them, it's been years. They trained for a really long time. Maybe they've been on their high school team for 4 years, but they're not even allowed to try to come on this trip till their 3rd year. So once you're hand-selected to be an All-American, then you're invited on the trip. Then you get here, then you learn a new dance, then you practice, and you do all of these amazing things. So they're excited to be here. This is the opportunity of a lifetime, and it's just really cool to see the kids get this opportunity and grow as they learn here. So when the girls get here, they're either super prepared or they just learned it. So the feeling is a little bit, they're antsy, but they're excited because it's the big build up to the parade. They're all excited. They get their uniforms, they get all the poms and everything, and they want to look, super cute, super fun. So it's very excited but nervous.
I'm pretty comfortable with the routine and dancing. I think my nervous feelings are turning into excitement for me right now.
I'm really excited about performing in the streets of Rome.
It's surreal, it hasn't really set in yet that I'm performing in Rome.
Just getting to walk in a parade and see these amazing historical monuments is just surreal to me, and getting to be in this amazing country, I'm just really excited for it.
I've always wanted to dance since I was a little girl, and this is really life-changing in that I can see that dance can be a really serious thing for me in the future. Well, this whole entire group really just meets this week and does all of this crazy life experience together, and then they get to go home with all these memories.
Dancing and cheerleading just brings a smile to anyone's face who's watching. So for the countries who it's not as big of a thing here, they get to see it from the American perspective and see why we love it so much. And I hope it just brings a smile to all of their faces as they're watching the parade, to get to bring a part of our everyday life over here to Italy.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
Today we're in the Rome New Year's Day parade, and we're so excited to be in a marching band performing some songs.
I'm pretty excited. We found out about this like a long time ago, like basically in the spring of last year. So we've kind of been like building up to it, and it just came so fast. So like the adrenaline's kind of going already, so we're just all really excited to be here.
You know, we're just trying to make sure that everything's prepared. We've been spending so much time preparing this, so we've just been really excited to make sure that everything's in place and everything that we've been practicing for is perfect.
But now we're actually in Rome and like on the streets, and like we've practiced in so many different ways that we feel really ready for this, and like I'm just pumped to see what's going on.
It feels like a dream come true, honestly. Like I never would have imagined being here, starting a new decade in like this great city.
It's awesome. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience for me to just be able to bring smiles to everyone's face in 2020, the new decade. It just feels so amazing to be able to do what I love in Rome, starting off the year on the right foot, and I'm just super excited for this year.
I don't think a lot of people get to say like, oh, our band performed in Rome. So we're just really thankful to our directors and everyone who put this together and helped us.
Well, I feel like since marching band's a big part of like high schools in America, it's really great to come here and like show everyone like what it's all about, since they're not used to it. And they're obviously really excited to see us. Like the energy's been really high, and we've had people come up to us like already and say that they're so excited to see us perform.
I'm nervous for all the people. It's big production, and so making sure that you don't mess up your counts. You're smiling all the time, you're having fun.
Yeah. The key is just being flexible, I feel like, with us, because I mean, each area that we've performed has just been a little bit different, so it's like trying to make it work so we fit everyone in and make it look good still.
People at home watching me, people on the streets are watching me, so every move that I make is seen.
And not only just like being like the physical differences of like, you know, smaller streets and like a lot more tight knit, but we're gonna be marching at night with like lights. It's gonna be hard to like stay focused, and it really is unreal to kind of comprehend.
We were told that it was gonna be a pretty big parade, but we didn't expect it was gonna be this big. So it's kind of like overwhelming, but I'm really excited.
We're all in the same mindset. We're all excited. It is cold, and I'm from Florida, so that's a little bit hard for me. But I think for me, I personally like to just jump and get myself ready and get myself in the mindset with my friends, talk each other up, and just get our smiles ready to have super fun going down the street.
Rome Parade 2020.
Have a great fun, everybody!
Big applause for Varsity Spirit All American cheerleaders and dancers. County Schools, the Ivory Ridge Blue Regiment is honored to be part of the Rome New Year Rome Parade 2020. Circuit. In 2017 and 2019, Big Blue was selected to appear in the National Memorial Day Parade held in Washington. meritatissimo.
That parade was so fun. I feel like this is a lifetime opportunity, and I'm so glad I was here.
For me personally, I feel like the surprising thing was the crowd. Back in America, we have like a lot of like nice parades and stuff, but never like that. And it's just really cool to like see all of those people there.
I mean, they were all so excited to see us, and that really helped like bring energy to it. I mean, I remember seeing like kids like trying to mark time with us, like trying to follow our steps and stuff, and it was just really fun to see everyone get super excited to see a marching band.
And you work for so many years, and you make it so far, and you get to this place, and it's like you walk out and you see all these people, and it's amazing.
Oh, it was really great. The energy was amazing. Looking up and seeing like all the lights hanging from the building was like absolutely beautiful to look at.
It's my first year in marching band, so it was really cool to start off with such a big trip, and it was I'm never gonna forget this. It was so much fun.
I'm a senior, so this is my last year. This is actually the last performance I'm gonna do with my band. So I guess I feel really grateful that I got to be a part of this experience, and I'm really happy that I got to close out my high school band years like this.
I'm going to miss it so much. I do miss my family a little bit, especially since we're in different time zones right now, but I really am just trying to soak in as much as I can right now because I'm not sure when the next time we'll be back is.
Honestly, I don't want to leave. The food is great. Obviously, seeing all the different places here is amazing because it's also old and different, nothing like back in Wisconsin. The weather is really, really beautiful. Don't have 3 feet of snow like we have back home.
I think the thing I'm going to take home forever is walking the streets with my friends and just seeing these ordinary buildings next to these totally ancient ones, and just all the memories I've made with them being here in Italy.
Being able to get to do this whole experience as someone that's still new to all of this stuff is really, really incredible.
Being with the band in Rome for the turn of the decade, that is always going to stick in my mind as an incredible time, as an incredible opportunity to showcase that I was able to come here all the way from back home in Chicago and witness such a historic place.
So it's really important for young people to travel because we can get so caught up in our own lives where we are, whether it be in America or Italy or wherever in the world. It's really easy to get caught up in your own struggles and problems that you have right there in your face. So coming out here and traveling has made me realize that there is like a gigantic world. There's so many endless possibilities out there to not take things so seriously, not to let the little things in life and the little problems, weigh me down as much. It's not worth it when you can literally travel and meet new people and experience more.